Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. As we approach winter solstice on Thursday, a couple of days from now in the Northern Hemisphere, what have you noticed that the darkness of our long winter nights has brought you? And what are you inviting into your life as the sunlight gradually returns over the next months? Good day, and welcome to Transformation Tuesday with me, Liz Forrest, where spiritual seekers just like you learn shamanic practices and tools to manifest the life of their dreams by freeing themselves from old, worn out beliefs, starting right now, starting today. I'm Liz Forrest. I'm a master shamanic teacher of over 25 years, sharing Toltec wisdom, empowering students to embrace a vibrant, fulfilling life. I'm passing these teachings on with permission as I have learned them from Don Miguel Ruiz, author of the Four Agreements, Doña Bernadette Vigil, author of The Mastery of Awareness, and my mentor who lives in Teotihuacan in Mexico, Don Valentin Cervantes. He is an indigenous Toltec healer and wisdom carrier of the traditions, teachings, and culture of the Toltecs. In Transformation Tuesday, you receive practices and tools based in Toltec wisdom. And today I would love to share a simple preparation for a solstice ceremony that you can create, and you can complete it on the 21st, on Thursday, which is the day of the winter solstice. And that's when we have the shortest amount of daylight, right? So the shortest amount of daylight and the longest amount of darkness. Let me know if you're here with me live or if you are watching the replay. I always love to know who's joining me. So let's talk about this for a minute. Solstice and the darkness. The darkness of winter, those long hours of nighttime, they bring us a time of self-reflection. Often an awakening in deeper parts of ourselves, an opening of stillness to re-examine our life. This can occur in our dream state, when we are actually asleep and dreaming, or even in our awake dream, daydreaming, if you like. And then as the light gradually returns, the rebirth of the longer hours of daylight, a renewal happens, right? We see it in the earth herself, for sure. And you might notice it in your own energy as the darkness wanes and the light returns. So what has the darkness brought you over the past months? What have you received in those times maybe of having more space to be inwards, to be more quiet, in the stillness of the dark? What's the darkness brought you? I'd love to know if you want to share in the comments with us all. It's always so connecting, and so it's such a share when we share in the comments and connect with everybody else who is watching and listening. And often it brings insights into each other. So I'll share. For me, the darkness has given me more clarity about what I deeply value in my life. And that has led me to prioritize in a little bit of a different way, where I want to focus more with the coming of the light, with the coming of the springtime. So that's what I've received this year from the dark time of winter that we've been in here in the Northern Hemisphere. So now I would like to share a really simple preparation that you can do for your winter solstice ceremony if you choose. I've always acknowledged the solstices and the equinoxes of the year to align myself more and more with the cycles of the nature that I live in. And that if we live in the city, if we live in the country, we're still living in the cycles of nature wherever we are living, country or city. I kind of live in both. Myself, I have a home in the city. I also have a place in the country, out of the city, where I can go and be in more of a closer relationship with nature. So here's what you'll need. And you most likely have all these things in your home already. It's not elaborate at all. It's really simple. And so it's easy. It's easy to create. So here's what you'll need. You'll need a square of cotton or some kind of non-synthetic fabric, about 5 inches by 5 inches, or as close as you can get to that measurement. And then a very small pinch of tobacco or sage or copal. In Mexico, the smoke that we burn there in ceremony is copal. It's amber in its resinous state. So a pinch of tobacco, a pinch of sage, a pinch of copal, one or all three, whatever you like or whatever you have. And also a tiny clipping of your hair. Just a little tiny clipping of your hair. So I learned this many years ago with Don Valentin Cervantes. We were out walking in the desert in Mexico and we came upon some bones of an animal. And so we offered prayer for the life of that animal. And Don Valentin said, if you have nothing else to offer, offer your hair. And so I just pulled some pieces of my fine hair at the back, pulled it out and offered it to the bones of this animal that we found on our walk. And I learned more about that as the years went on. And so I'm passing that on to you. If you have nothing else to offer in a time of reverence, offer a piece of your hair. It's an honoring, right? It's an honoring. And so I'm asking you to put a little clipping of your hair into your bundle with the tobacco and sage or copal to offer the same, to offer an honoring with something of you, literally of you. Yeah, that's holding a little bit of your energy, a little bit of your DNA. And then you'll need 2 tiny slips of paper and a cord or string to tie up your bundle with. And on the slips of paper, I'm going to ask you to write what you are releasing. What are you letting go of as the darkness wanes and the light returns? So something that's no longer serving you, something that you want to release and let go of. So you write that on your tiny strips of paper, just little tiny strips, and fold it up small. Put that in your bundle. And then you tie it up. Here's mine right here. There's my little bundle. I made it a couple of days ago. It's been sitting on my altar. And you're doing all of this very mindfully. It's like a prayer, making your bundle, right? You're mindful. You're in prayerful place inside yourself. So I'm going to review that for you. So a square of cotton, 5 inches by 5 inches, give or take. A pinch of tobacco or sage or copal. A tiny clipping of your own hair. 2 tiny slips of paper that you're going to write what you're releasing with the darkness. As the darkness wanes, you're offering that. Whatever it is you want to let go of. A cord or a little string. Mine's actually a piece of wool, a little piece of wool. And then you bundle it up. And then on Thursday, at the solstice, on the 21st, you make yourself a little fire. So if you have the space outside to make yourself a little bonfire, or even a larger one, if you choose to do that, that's so great. If you don't have that space outside, you can get a metal bowl that will hold a fire, and you're going to offer your bundle to the flame, either in your outside fire, in your fireplace, in your wood stove, or simply in a metallic bowl that won't burn. And you offer it to the flame in honor of the coming light, and it transforms into light, right? When we light something on fire, it burns. So it ignites into a flame itself, and that is transforming it back into light before it turns into ash. Really beautiful, transforming your offerings into the light in honor of the coming light of the returning sun. Really beautiful, really simple, and really powerful. Whatever you've written on your slips of paper that you've put in your bundle. Yeah, hold it, pray with it, release it before you offer it to the flame so that it's transformed into light and free from you carrying it, whatever it was that you intended to release. It's really beautiful, really simple, and really powerful for winter solstice. So if you would like to do that ceremony for yourself, I will be doing it myself on Thursday. And if you have any other offerings that you would like to share in the comments about any ceremony that you do or any additions to what I've shared, I would love to hear. So please say yes in the comments if you're planning to have some kind of ceremony, the one I shared with you, or something of your own to honor the coming of the light, which we're going to be moving towards very soon. Hello, Arlana. Great to have you here. You're so welcome. So I'm also very excited. I'm going to be traveling soon to British Columbia, Canada, which is my birthplace, to teach and visit and nourish myself with ocean and mountains and islands. I lived on the islands for a long time. They're a really special place. And I'm offering an in-person one-day workshop on Vancouver Island at Shawnigan Lake. I'm so thrilled to say. To come together to learn shamanic energy practices, to reclaim your energy and release others' energy that you are carrying around with you, perhaps without even realizing that you are carrying around other people's energies with you. Very powerful practice. And I'm also going to be offering teachings on how to interpret your dreams, discover what messages they're holding for you. And I'll be sharing a couple more tools that are based in Toltec wisdom. So I'd love to reunite with you again or meet you for the very first time in the kind of energy and space that will be created to explore Toltec wisdom, as brought forth by Don Miguel, by Doña Bernarda Vigil, and my mentor, who is in a small village in Mexico at the pyramid site of Teotihuacan, Don Valentin Cervantes. So if you're interested in learning more about this workshop, if you've always wanted to come to the West Coast, if you've wanted to visit Vancouver Island, this could be your opportunity. And I can give you more details about travel, about accommodation, and more details about the workshop itself if you're interested. And those of you that are on the coast, I can't wait to see you again in person. Very excited. So if you want more information, you can email me. I'll put my email in the comments. We can set up a complimentary Zoom session to answer all your questions. I'd be so happy to do that. So there will be no Transformation Tuesday next week. Over the holidays, I'll be back on January 2nd with more for you. So I wish each of you holiday blessings, and may you find peace, joy, and happiness in the new year that is coming. And all my love to you. Enjoy. Thanks for being here.